It's an honor to be here. I want to start by thanking IIHF for hosting us this weekend. It's great to see so many familiar faces. It was incredible to listen to all these speeches, and playing on the international stage was always important to me. I remember I was probably 9 years old. I was visiting my grandparents here in Stockholm and sitting back seat of the car, we drove by the Globe Arena. It was just built. And I remember thinking, one day I want to play in there. One day I want to wear that yellow-blue jersey. And the thought of playing for my country was such a big dream. It was such a big inspiration growing up. It really pushed me in so many ways. And then at 16, I got to wear it for the first time, junior national team. And the feeling of putting this on, it's hard to describe, but it's pride, excitement, and that feeling never changed for the next 20 years. At 16 first time, but then you had so many different tournaments coming up, and 4 nations, World Championships, the Olympics. Again, that feeling of pride and excitement was something that made it so special to represent, but also when you played overseas in the NHL, to come back home and play. And my fellow inductees, you talked about community. I just want to reinforce that. As a kid, when you start playing the game, in my case, I thought about stopping a puck. That was it. And as you get older, you start to realize this is more than just a game. And now, being retired, you reflect of the game, how much it's giving me, not only as a player, but as a person. And, you understand hockey, we are a tight community. And the friendships we've got, the life lessons, it's just incredible. I'm so grateful for that, on top of all the different experiences I had as a player. So I want to thank the Swedish Federation for giving me so many opportunities to live my dream. Some of my best moments as an athlete, as a person, I would say, has been wearing this jersey. Winning World Championships, Olympics is such a big moment. But again, as you retire, you start thinking back a lot and reflect more on the things that the game brought to you, more than just stopping a puck, in my case. But thanks again to the Swedish Ice Hockey Federation for the opportunity that you gave me and you keep giving to so many players here in Sweden. Obviously, I was hoping to watch a final tonight, but that's how it goes sometimes. And that's what makes our game so special. You never know what's going to happen. I want to thank a few people, obviously all my teammates, all the different teams I played for here in Sweden, in the NHL. Winning in 2006, probably one of the best teams I've ever played for. A lot of my teammates on that team was my idols. And I always find that so special when you have that moment where, and I think we all experience that as players. We have a moment where we get an opportunity to play with our heroes. And you sit and you look around the locker room and it doesn't feel real. You grew up watching them on TV and suddenly you have this opportunity to try to win something together. I want to thank my family, Mom, Dad, for everything you did for me, sacrifices, driving me to practice and games. It's incredible. I want to thank my sister Gabriella, my brother Joel, whom I spent so much time together with on the ice. He pushed me a lot, inspired me a lot. Big part of my career. I want to thank my wife, Therese. You were the steady hand throughout it all, and you gave me a lot of peace and strength in moments when I needed it the most. I want to make sure I mention my two lovely daughters, Julie and Charlize, back in New York. If they hear I didn't say their names, I'm going to be in trouble when I go back tomorrow. Thank you, Julie and Charlize. Lastly, thank you to IIHF for this huge honor. Chara, you said it. You don't win it, you earn it. And it's just great to be here. So thank you very much.
Perfect timing.
Thank you.